Hey guys, what is up? Dave here, coming back to you with another brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to expand on what I pointed out on Monday's video, even though it's the same day at the moment, and actually show you guys how to get started in basically modding a game that you've never looked at before. So today's game that I'm going to look at is going to be Among Us for mobile, because Among Us for mobile is free versus the fact that I can't afford to buy the PC version. So also, I just wanted to point out real quick again, I don't like doing this, but I want to get to that 3,000 sub mark and eventually that 3,501 subs mark, because if we get to 3,501, we officially have more subs on this channel than I did on my old channel, and I would really like to tell you guys the story of why my old channel got banned if I haven't ever done it before. I still don't know if I made that video or not. Anyway, click it, help a brother out. Let's get to 3,000 because it'll be a ton of fun. So, first of all, you obviously need the APK file for Android. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Play Store, play.google.com. Easy enough to get to. And you want to download Among Us. Well, you want to find Among Us. Let's say that. So it's going to be right here. And as you can see, we have Among Us right here. And you want to copy this URL right here. And then you want to go to APK Pure. And you want to paste it in that search box. And this will pull up the specific APK and all that. And from there, you'll be able to download the APK. So you simply click download APK. It's 70 megs. Not that big of a deal. And eventually, there it is. So we're going to click save. And that's going to download the APK. And I'm surprised it's going so slow. I'm going to pause this real quick while that downloads and see if I can find a faster solution. So I totally forgot about this. Another place you can go is apkgk.com, and you can actually download the APK from here as well. The nice thing about coming here is you can generate a download link based on device. And what's nice about that is you can select an older device. Let's say you only know how to mod 32-bit APKs, kind of like I do. You can come on here and select like a slightly older phone. So the A10e, for example, is a 32-bit phone. You can select the Android version, click generate download link, and if a download link for that phone is, so as you can see, this says ARM V8A. You can go select a different phone. Let's say this one on 8.0. Generate link. You can wait until you see a 32-bit supported APK. So ARM V8A, we don't want that. I want Galaxy Fold. Oh my. Let's go like the J7. I just saw it. J7. It's not a great phone. We'll go 7.0. And you can wait, and still V8A. I'm surprised by that. Where's like Galaxy S8 or something like that? A8 Plus, that's going to be J7 Core, that's still going to come up right. Galaxy C8, what the heck is that? S8 Active, let's try that. I just want to find something 32-bit. We might even go all the way back as far as the Galaxy S5. Yeah, we might have to. Galaxy S5. So we'll do just the S5. See if that brings up V7A and go from there. It can sometimes be a headache to find this stuff. I get it. I don't think it exists. If it takes too long, it probably doesn't exist, or it's probably not supported, which would not surprise me. So we can always try Galaxy Tab S, generate a new link, but I'm still waiting for this to download, so no matter what, I'm not wasting time. At least my internet's connected correctly now. So I figured out my internet was so slow because I was on my 2.4 gigahertz network. So that's why I was moving so slow. Try the A7. The A series phones are fantastic. V7A. So do an A7. Click download and click OK. So when downloading from here, it's a little bit more of a headache, a little bit weirder, I guess you can say. The files don't come with a file extension. And what you have to do is, so I'll show you here, we're going to cut it and paste it into my games folder, and we're going to create a folder among us. And then we're going to actually cut this again. I like to make backups and also version numbers, so 2020.9.9 is what I think I saw this one called. And we're going to do backup. Now this file obviously doesn't have an extension because it just shows up as a blank file. So what we can do is just amongus.apk. Boom, that's all you need. And now this is the backup, and what I like to do is just paste it here. So what we can do now is we simply right click it if it doesn't recognize it right away, and we can open it with WinRAR, WinZip, or you can do open with, and from there you can select the file that it always opens with and just do like 7-zip or something like that. From here we need to create the folders. So we need to call it internals or something like that. From here, we figure out, okay, what kind of files are we dealing with? So we go to the lib folder, and we can see ARM v8a, and we can see that it is IL2CPP. The one thing that you want to do, if all you know how to mod is 32-bit, delete the v8a folder entirely. That'll recreate the APK without the v8a stuff. And then all you have to do is simply drag and drop out the IL2CPP stuff. Then go to Assets, go to Bin, go to Data, go to Manage, Metadata, and drag this out. Boom, you're good to go to dump the files. So now we need to go back to my setup folder, get the IL2CPP program, put it in this internals folder, and we just simply click. I don't know why it's moving so slow. But as you can see, we select the IL2CPP first, then the global metadata. If it auto-recognizes the file format and the meta version, it will automatically dump. And from here, it'll generate the dummy DLLs. You can click enter to exit eventually. And as you can see, there's a dump.cs. Now there's like an IDA Py3, that's for Python stuff. This is the structs and stuff like that. There's a bunch of stuff in here for basically modding purposes. My favorite way to go into mod is entirely by DLL because it's familiar. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up dnspy. I'm actually going to pin it down here. My computer's going so slow because of the installer for Visual Studio. That's right. And the one thing you can do is go in and close all this stuff. You don't need all this running. Come on. Yeah, my computer's running super slow because of the installer. That's going to be exactly why, actually. Come on, computer, don't suck. It's in suck mode. Remove. There we go. Sorry about that. So now we have dnspy loaded up. We can open up those DLLs that are nothing more than a guide. So basically, instead of going through the gigantic 12 megabyte text file and trying to figure out where all the code and the offsets are that you need, you simply just open these DLLs in dnspy. You will not get code from IL2CPP. That is the reason making memory hooks and custom library files exists for IL2CPP modding. You will not get code from IL2CPP. Stop asking, where's the code inside the DLL files? Can I get it and compile it back? No, you cannot. Stop it. Anyway, so from there, you want to open up the libil2cpp.so in HXD or your hex editor of choice. And I recommend going to my site techx.onl while you're modding, because you will actually find a post of C# to V7A IL2CPP hex conversions. And this will help you as like a starter guide for bytes and stuff like that as far as modding the stuff here. So as you can see, like this is a true statement, this is a false statement. As you can see, the only difference is a 00 and a 01. You can freeze an integer right here, 999 equals E7. Not a big deal. E703, not a big deal. And then if you want to do floats, it's down here and it looks like that. I don't remember how to get the float integer though, so don't ask. Anyway, so for most of this stuff, it's going to be a true or a false statement, or modifying these for like an integer like this. And getting your integer codes is very easy. So you want to do decimal to hex conversions. And from here, let's say 6666. As you can see, it is 2 bytes. So on your IL2CPP hex, if you wanted to do 666 right here, it's 1A, 0A. So you would do 0A, 1A. And I don't remember why that is, but 0A, 1A, and then the rest of these bytes to close it out. So not that hard of a thing to do. I'm going to put this on my other screen so I can just easily go back and forth. And what we can do now, as you can see, we have the hex editor open. I want to zoom in, please. How do I zoom in? I don't remember. Format? How? Oh, yeah, I can choose right here. Okay. So if you want to change your text size and stuff like that in the hex editor, you just do it right here. There, boom goes the dynamite. So now we have that DLL open in DNSpy, and what we can do here is we can basically navigate through the DLL and figure out what can we mod and what can't we mod. So I recommend, these are usually a lot smaller amounts of code to go through or offsets. So I usually recommend looking at these, and I also recommend playing the game a little bit before you actually go in and mod it. I have yet to play Among Us, but I've watched enough videos that I think I kind of understand it and what the hacks could be. So you can see like different game states are right here. These are enums. I'll go over those in another video another time. Here's like some create game ID stuff, disconnect and client data. But as you can see, there is no code, just simply offsets for the addresses so you can hex edit stuff basically. Game listings, inner discover, net client, spawn flags, is client character, whatever. But it looks like there's not much in these things that you need to worry about. So you'll want to actually look right in this, basically the root of the DLL is what that's called. So as you can see, you want to go through and you want to find things that stick out to you. So like ban button, there's probably a true or false statement, which is called a bool. There's probably a boolean somewhere in here to say bool is banned or is not banned. And that's very simple to usually find in here. So hide, kick. I bet you there's things you can do with these, like press button kicks every player or something like that. That would be pretty funny. Blocked word, you can do like contains word is letter. That's really funny. So you can actually like edit this and say it doesn't contain that letter, and boom, you've possibly bypassed like any word filter system. But it's probably also on it's probably also server based, so it probably still wouldn't go through. Let's see, let's scroll all the way down. We'll find like player stuff. So player animator, player control, there's a ton of stuff in here. There's check color, check name. You want to usually just find the booleans and stuff like that. And I don't think there's a way to organize to only show that stuff. But where it says void, that's where you'll want to see, and that's what's telling you the return stuff. So like this is a bool versus this is a void. You can't modify this with the hex editing very easily, but you can modify this very easily with hex editing. Same with like serialize. You could technically mark this as always true or always false, but I don't think there's really a reason to by the way that it sounds of whatever that code does. So you can do like set skin and all that. There's a ton of different things. There's also can move or can't move. So I guarantee you if you set this to always true, no matter what, you're going to be able to move in the game. And the way you would actually edit this is you see this address right here. You copy, go into HXD, hit Control G, Control V, and it takes you down to the address of where that is. From there, you would go into my hex bytes page on TechX.onl, and you want to always be able to move. So you hit Control B instead of Control V. Control B overwrites the bytes, and you'll never really have to worry about adding bytes. You don't want to hit Control V because that'll add bytes to the program or to the file, and that won't work. So now we should always be able to move. And one thing I like to do when I'm modding is just open a text file, have it on another screen, and say the name of the game, Among Us test features for mod. And then I like to keep track of where that stuff was in the DLL. So if we scroll up, we'll see player control can move bool forced true. Boom, that easy to know exactly what I did and what I modified in case I want to come back in and visible. So maybe make all players always visible or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or not because it sounds like a nightmare. Player particles, there's nothing in there that sounds interesting. Nothing in there, nothing in there. Player physics could be a lot of fun to mess with. True ghost speed. So as you can see, you can make your ghost move whatever speed you want. So you could probably set that float to 999 and you're zooming. You're freaking zooming. It probably will be an instant ban for you, but again, that's why you go in and you try to find that ban function or something like that. Let's see, player tab, enable, disable, set, select color. Not much in here you can really do anything with. Player tasks, all tasks completed. You can just say your tasks are completed instantly as soon as you join the game by making this true, but you probably don't want to do that. As far as doing it that way, that's probably just not a good idea. But then again, I don't really understand this game well enough to say like, boom, that's a good idea, or boom, that's not a good idea. You can also always set it here as well as is complete always true, and that'll set probably any of these to always true. Let's see, player vote area. Ooh, this could be fun. So in here you will see like there's the float stuff. Yeah, there's nothing in here that looks truly useful, unfortunately. Poolable behavior, that doesn't sound like any pool player. Process data minigame. There's probably tons of stuff you can exploit with the mini games on here. So let's see, like reactor minigame. There's probably different things you can do with those. Let's see if there's like for the tab box or something like that. Tab button. Nothing you can do in there. Tab group. Nothing you can do in there. Task add button. There's probably ways to like see who the imposter is, but another thing that you can really do that's really useful is you can actually just go in and search. And I'm trying to find, like, it's normally down here, so I don't know why it's not there. View, full screen, theme, language, code, assembly, explorer, output. Okay, so that puts the output down here. How do I make it search? Give me 1 second. I'll let you know in a minute. I'm an idiot. Search this, or click this, search assembly. So now we can do, simply search, and we'll leave it as all of the above just in case. And then you want to set it to only the selected file, so we can search the word ban. And we can see ban menu, vote ban system. That could be fun to mess with, the ban system. Add vote. It would be funny if you could loop this. I bet you could if this was a DLL game, and it would really mess with things. So you can always scroll down, and you want to do like, so as you can see, there is actual ban information in the internet stuff. So like this is the join feature reason. You can actually figure out where that's being used if you want to try to find like what's going on. That's join failure reasons, banned, game not phone, game started, host not ready, incorrect version, kicked, too many players. There's multiple different ways that you can find basically in here if you just scroll down, and I bet you there is a get and banned. There it is, stats manager. So it's hidden away in here. And banned, we can set this to always false. In Control G, Control V, and we want the false code from TechX.onl, Control B. As you can see, now I should never see a banned message. And if I do, there's also banned minutes left, bodies reported. There's so many things you can actually do in here. I don't know how to edit a uint. I think that's an unsigned integer. That's interesting. So we could also edit this and set it to always, oh, it is always, well, it's probably not always 0. So we can go in here, Control V, Control B, or Control V, and we can copy and set that to 0 as well, because that's basically just an integer anyway. Imposter kills, there's so much stuff you can do in here. It's kind of amazing. So that sets you to basically never be banned. And it was, realistically, it was that easy to possibly, you know, not be banned. So there's a bunch of stuff in here too, like kick player, join game. I bet you if you like nop some of these functions, if you open this up in IDA and you nopped these functions, you would actually just not be able to be kicked from the game. That would be very interesting. So can ban, can kick. That's interesting. I wonder, let's see, pass. I want to look for like joining a private game, basically. Copol pass. I doubt the word's password in here, so maybe this was a stupid thing to search, but you know, you get the point. So now you have your thingy modified. I don't remember, I didn't follow my own rules. Not banned ever. There we go. So now you want to just Control S, and that saves your IL2CPP file if you hex edited it. Eventually, I will have videos on how to do a hooking method. And you want to go back in, and you want to just simply copy this file. So copy, open the APK again. My computer's going so slow because of this. And you want to open up that library file. You want to open up v7a, and you want to delete this. You want to delete the original out of there so you make sure that it overwrites with your new one. So it's currently trying to delete it. There it goes. And now it's recreating the APK, but it's going really slow because of my installer. So give me a second. I literally paused it the moment it was done. So you want to basically paste, or drag and drop actually. It's not letting me paste. I'm so used to WinRAR. Drag and drop your new file. Are you sure you want to copy files to the archive? Yes. And as you can see, oh wow, I have had 2,000 Pokestops hit. Oh my god. Am I out of Pokeballs? Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. I got a phone call. Hold on. All right. Are you? Is it recording? I can't tell. Hold on. Okay. Not now. Anyway, so I'm recording. Good. Making sure. So one thing I forgot in my first video, and that's going to happen from time to time. I forget things. You're going to need a program that signs the APK when you're done if you're not on a rooted device. So since this has been modified, we have to re-sign it to work on my phone because I'm not rooted. So we need a program called One-Click Signer. So we go in here, we go, I knew I was forgetting something during that video. One-Click Signer. And I'm going to go find it real quick. One sec. The tool is very easy to find. It's just on XDA. If you search One-Click Signer APK on Google, you'll find it right here. Want to download this zip file, open it up, and copy its contents into a folder here. And from there, you want to grab your APK that you modified, which is right here, copy it, bring it over to your One-Click Signer folder, paste it, click this CMD file, and you want to type amongus.apk. And that's going to sign your APK. In a future video, I'll get into doing adding a toast, because there is a program called Auto Toaster that should add the toast message to the app for you so you can add credits to yourself. But realistically, toasts are very easy to modify and change to steal credits from somebody, but it is something at least. So as you can see, it signed it. And from here, we can try to install it on an Android device and see if our modifications worked. If they didn't work, we'll obviously know because either A, the game has security on it and it crashes as soon as it detects a mod of some kind, which means we need to go in and try to disable its anti-cheat, or B, it does work, and or C, your features just don't work because they're server-side connected. So that's really all it takes to mod an Android APK, and that's pretty much almost all the tools you'll need for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm hoping to do one more of these Hack4Hire videos because I want to get the first 3 episodes done, at least today. Maybe today. And uploaded so you have the 3 videos for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But if you made it this far into the video, let me know if I should actually play Among Us. If you think it's worth me actually spending like the $5 on Steam, even though I'm broke as shit. And we'll go from there. Or if you want to be a very nice person and gift it to me on my Steam, oh, we will be good friends, and I'll play with you because, you know, I need friends. Be my friend. Please, be my friend.